How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video here. In this video, obviously, as you guys know, we're going to be talking about the Scream TV series. Now, obviously, you guys already know that I did not like the TV series, and I'm going to be explaining like why. So, without further ado, as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. um, and give me your guys' thoughts. But anyways, I'm gonna get into the video now. So the real reason why I don't like the Scream TV series, the number one reason is because number one, it's on MTV, which MTV is more like it's more like a it's kind of like a MTV seems like more of a teenager kind of channel, you know. Seems like it's a more of like a teenager kind of thing, and it kind of get that's one of the reasons why I didn't like the TV series necessarily. Um, MTV is the biggest reason because I just don't feel like MTV was. It seems like a teenage kind of thing, you know. When you put a show on MTV or something, they make it look like Scream was just about teenagers, which it wasn't, in my opinion. Um, and then aside from that, right, I have another problem with the mask. Now, the Brandon James mask is absolutely ugly. It deserves to be thrown in the garbage, in my opinion. That's just my honest opinion on that. Like, that mask to me was absolutely looked nothing like the original Ghostface mask. It didn't even look close. Like, it didn't look anything like it. Like, and there's people out there that like it. There's people out there that say, "Oh, well, they were trying to get the rights and all that, and they couldn't get the rights to the actual Ghostface mask." I respect all that, but at the end of the day, doesn't mean I have to like the mask. You know, I don't like the mask. I don't. The mask looks absolutely retarded in my opinion. Sorry for my language, but it just looks absolutely stupid. You know, the Brandon James mask looks absolutely stupid. Now, the fact that again, just the look of Ghostface in TV series again looked nothing like him. The fact that he had like a raincoat on, he had like a raincoat, he had like a. It looked like he had more of a raincoat than the robe. Which absolutely just looked kind of stupid and goofy, um, in my opinion. So I just don't really like the show. The show just seems like it's too teenager, too like it seems like it's when you watch it, it reminds you of Teen Wolf, you know. And okay, yeah, Scream was about teens in 1996. Obviously, Sidney Prescott, all of them when they Woodsboro High or whatever, they were in high school and they were teenagers, of course. But again, again, that's not what Scream was all about, you know? And look, I understand they were trying to do their own thing. They were trying to do something different and all that. But when you decide not to have Ghostface in the show, which I understand people are saying that they couldn't get the rights or whatever. But later on, I think it was like I forget what season it was. Like later on, they ended up getting that mask. So they ended up getting the original Ghostface mask anyways, like later on. So I don't really understand like why they didn't try to get it. Like I understand they tried to get it before, um, and they couldn't apparently. That's what they said. But I don't understand why they didn't like try harder, like So that's just my opinion. A lot of people say it's not fair to say, but honestly, it kind of is, because if you really think about it, like if they were going to bring it back later in the if they were going to bring it back later in like season 4, season 5, or whatever, then why didn't you just bring it early? Like try to try harder to get it earlier. Like, and I understand there's gonna be people out there that are gonna say that's kind of unfair and all that to say it. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but it may sound a little bit unfair, I'm sorry. And maybe I'm, a little bit unfair because they were trying to get the rights. But again, I just don't. It doesn't mean I have to like the mask. The mask looks absolutely stupid. It looks like it should be in the movie Hush more than anything. And it looks nothing like the Ghostface mask. It looks nothing, not even close to it. It's just a piece of plastic. That's all it is. Just a plastic mask, and it looks absolutely retarded. In my opinion, absolutely, the robe looks stupid. Everything about it, I just don't like. I just don't like the fact. I like the original. The original Ghostface mask is always going to be the best, and I always will choose the original Ghostface mask over Brandon James. Like, okay, Brandon James, okay, you did a good job. You did a good job. I mean, he did a good job voicing, Ghostface and whatnot. Um, you know, he did a good job, but I don't. Um, or wait, am I thinking of Brandon? So Brandon James is the mask, right? And 1 minute. So 1 minute, guys. I'm gonna look real fast just to make sure that I'm correct. Okay, so Mike Vong, sorry. Mike Vong is the one that did the voice for the for Ghostface in the TV series. Um, but the mask is Brandon, a Brandon James mask, which Brandon James, I don't know who Brandon James is necessarily. Um, I don't know who Brandon James necessarily is, but I just know that's what they call the mask. Um, so yeah, they call it the Brandon James mask. So I'm guessing it was made by a person named Brandon James. I don't know, but regardless, it looks stupid. The mask looks absolutely retarded, in my honest opinion. Looks nothing like the Ghostface mask. Like absolutely nothing like it, in my opinion. Um, it's a mask that should have never made its way to, I understand it was a TV series. They were trying to go their own direction and whatnot. They were trying to do their own thing, which I respect them for not trying to copy the actual, Scream films. But then again, it's just like the mask. I'm just not a fan of the mask. I'm just not, you know. And I've never been a fan of it. I've never been a fan of the look of it. Never been a fan of like the robe and whatnot. It looked like a raincoat, as I was saying. It looks stupid. Looks nothing like the robe, the original Ghostface robe. Um, which I understand they were trying to do their own thing, which I like. Okay, good. Good. You try to do your own thing. But everybody wanted to see the original Ghostface mask in the TV show from day one. You know, and even if you couldn't get the rights, you should have tried harder. That's just my opinion. I know that may sound a little bit unfair, but I just can't stand. I can't stand to look at the Ghostface. Like I can't stand to look at that Brandon James mask. I just can't. Like the robe, everything, as I was saying, looks absolutely stupid. It's all just plastic. Um, the show itself just seems like more of a teenage show. It seems like a show like Teen Wolf or something. Like, and the fact that it was on MTV, should tell you, MTV doesn't know anything about the Scream films. They don't know anything about any of the Scream films at all. They don't know anything, in my opinion. And I understand they were trying to do their own thing again, but I'm not a fan of the mask. I'm sorry, I'm just not. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the Scream TV series? Do you guys like it at all? Do you guys hate it? Because I'm the type that kind of doesn't like, I'm not really a fan of it personally, just because, I feel like they could, like, again, I know I may sound a little unfair, but anyways, be sure to comment down below. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as always. And until the next one, peace out, y'all.